If you watched my last video, you saw me deep dive what an in-game match looks like on Chart Raiders. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you what the master menu system looks like. Now, it's quite big, so get ready to see a lot of information. There's a lot to intake here, but it is a massive system that really needs some explanation to get into in order for people to maximize what they expect from Chart Raiders. Now, we have a lot going on here, so we're going to quickly try to get through this as best as we can, and I'm going to turn my camera off for one moment to show one feature that my camera would otherwise hide, which is your events reminder panel here. The whole entire menu system is accessible. So this entire menu system comes up when you hit escape on your keyboard. You'll come to this menu system and you'll be able to see what's going on. This is a little pager that shows you when your next event is. So you can see in 22 minutes, you got a 1v1 speed trade event starting. In an hour and 14 minutes, you've got this 4x bounty hunt starting. You got a streak challenge starting in 3 hours. So if you're interested in events and large scale events, 1,000 people, 5,000 people, sometimes even 300 people events, this is where you're going to see reminders. You've got this little cell phone here that comes out, and you got a floating keyboard with a USB stick down here. So the whole entire system is designed to be this kind of like elaborate cyber deck that you can go and see how it's all pieced together. So that's that little piece there. This is where we enter matches. So you can enter a sponsored match, which is completely free to enter. And everybody's free to enter these matches. And the great thing about a sponsored match is you can enter it. It costs nothing. The prize pool is generated by Chart Raiders, and this gives people the ability to get free tickets to enter matches. So it's a way for people who don't want to put money into Chart Raiders yet to enter a free match, try it out, play it. And if you win free matches, you can get a ticket to go into a actual real paid match. So it's a nice pathway for users who are just kind of learning the systems or wanting to practice, but also who can still get a reward for just wanting to be in these free matches that are sponsored by Chart Raiders. And that's why we call them sponsored, because we take a certain pool of our profits every day and we say, hey, Chart Raiders made $5,000 today. Let's put $2,000 of that to support our community and free matches and generate prize pools off of those revenues that we take. So instead of doing things like going and paying maybe for famous soccer players, like some exchanges will do to advertise for us, we take our profits and actually just put it back into the community and say, hey, we made this amount. Let's take 25% of our profits and just give it back to the community, and do sponsored matches where people can just go and play as much as they want without having to spend a penny and then earn their way into paid matches. So you could actually go on Chart Raiders, never spend $1, and then enter this kind of like queue of systems to go and get yourself into paid matches. So that's a really fun and exciting thing that we at Chart Raiders are very near and dear to. So you can enter sponsored matches, solo, duo, squad, whatever kind you want. And these are just the tickets you have in your account. You can see this person has no $1,000 tickets. They just have $110 tickets, which is fine. You'll notice there's no ticket selection here. Again, it's completely free to enter sponsored matches. But if you go to 1v1, then you have the ability to select what kind of ticket you want to use. Solo, 2v2, 4v4. And then REM, which is Raid Engine Matchmaking, is our larger events. We can see this has 75 player cap. We have 55 entrants. The match length is 51 minutes. And it starts in 24 minutes or whenever this 55 kind of gets to complete. So when you get that 75th person, the match is just going to start within 1 minute. The cool thing about this is the amount of entrants, the time that it starts, and the length of the match is constantly changing in our system. We made it so that every single match based on the market conditions is altering. So when the markets are really slow, we actually shorten the matches down to say 20 minutes or so, because in a market that's slow, you don't have enough opportunities to make money. If you were to go trade on a regular exchange and say, hey, I want to enter this, I want to trade today, but the markets aren't moving anywhere, and you're sitting there for 4 or 5 hours waiting to get a good trade, it's really not ideal. So what we do is when the markets are slow, we make the match lengths super small. We make them like 20 minutes long so that people have more opportunities to make more money in that same span of time. And when the markets are moving really fast, we lengthen the matches a little bit and say, hey, maybe we'll do a 30 or a 40-minute match, or maybe even up to an hour-long match if it's getting to be a little too fast-moving. And that's to help people prevent them from feeling like they got to enter these trades. And it's like, oh my God, everything is moving so fast. And we can see that right now, these are changing. So like I have this on debug mode. So you're seeing that the amount of entrants and everything are changing to accommodate for this rolling dynamic. We call it matchmaking dynamics or dynamic matchmaking, and we call it raid engine matchmaking. So when the markets move slow, you have more opportunities to make money, which is the opposite of what people think. And when the markets are moving fast, we help people not feel like they have to protect their bank accounts or they're going to miss all the trades and it's going too fast. You just got to click buttons because it's engineered to feel like that. We do everything we can to get away from that, to stop people from being like, oh my God, markets are moving so fast. We got to get in trades because we're going to miss it all. And then that ends up to people losing money. So we protect people's capital on one side. And on the other side, we are saying you have more opportunities to make money. So we have really reinvented by being able to create a peer-to-peer day trading system, we have really reinvented the way that people are going to frame trading. And at the core of it, it benefits day traders because in slow markets, you're giving them more opportunities to make money. And in fast markets, you're telling them to slow down because they can still make the same amount of money, but you're helping them protect their bankroll and make better decisions that aren't being pushed by the pressure and speed of the markets. Every single button that we click on the top row is a full live screen experience. So if we were to click story mode, it's going to change just the right panel. You will always be able to see if we want to enter this queue, we have entered the queue. You will always be able to see, like we're entered 3 out of 77. This match is waiting to start. You'll always be able to see where your match kind of information starts. And as you scroll through these, you'll notice you're locked to this. And you'll also notice the background is changing because you hit escape to get out of this menu and you're going to be back into that full screen experience. So if you were clicking charts and if you saw the last video, this is what you would go to when you hit escape to leave these menus. And every kind of one of these top rows all have that full screen experience, and all the bottom row ones are just different settings that exist in the software. So for example, if we click events to go see the large events, ooh, look at this one, sponsored by another exchange, because we do cross exchange events and stuff like that. Although we are not an exchange, we allow exchange to sponsor events and the reason we do that is because we have exchanges reach out to us and be like, hey, how can we get involved in chart raiders or buy the community tickets? So you can enter sometimes on the behalf of Kraken or one of these other exchanges. And it's not that we work with Kraken specifically or any one of these that are on the screen specifically. We're just using them as name placeholders to show our audience what it would look like. And then they can buy tickets for the audience and people can join in on behalf of the exchange. So kind of everybody wins in that scenario. And so it's like, okay, we want to enter this contest here, 200 entrants. Let's try to find a bigger one. What do we got? Ooh, this one has 500 people. There's 124 to 500 people. Ooh, fun. $1,000 to enter. You've got a 3-hour tournament. It's happening on July 4th and the prize pool is 75K. Sick. And then here's all the people who are entering their MMR. Let's actually sort this by MMR so we can see who the best player entering. And then as we scroll down, we'll see our name somewhere on the list in green here. Where are we? There we are. There's Cotton. There I am, 1684. For someone who invented this, you'd think I have higher MMR. I'm going to have to change the code to say that I have max MMR. And so that's your large scale events. And you can events are a constant rolling thing. And another great thing about chart raiders is you can kind of start scheduling this kind of fun esports world. And if you want to enter one of these large events, you can say, hey, Sunday night is really important because there's a crazy event I want to play in and it's for a lot of money. I'm going to join this event, and you can shift your day around that, which is cool. I really like the idea of a large scale events. On each one of these panels, you have a lot of information going on here. This is just like a lot of metadata and information. So you can see like down at the very bottom, it says friend highlight. So that's their PNL in the last 24 hours, their win rate. This is randomly generated. It might say this friend one time, another one another time. It just picks from your friends list and it just gives you a nice kind of like view on one of the people in your list. You can say, what's chart raiders match stats in the last 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days. What's Bitcoin doing? What's the price? And on this other little side menu here, you've got your different videos that you can go through. So you've just got like a quick menu to see how to learn how to day trade in 60 seconds. Hit play, it brings it up, and you can just actually watch these videos. And it's great because as you're waiting for matches, if you want to just do a little quick hit of education, little refresher, you're waiting for a match to start. Maybe you're streaming on Twitch. You're just like, ooh, let's watch this. Cool. Click play, boogie on, right? And you got your friends list down here. So this is all your friends, and you can kick players. Let's kick 2 players and let's invite somebody else. Okay, we're going to invite Vector. Sure. Let's send a message. What up, homie? Send a message to him. That's good. He didn't respond. So you know what? We're going to block him. Get him off. Actually, you know what? What we're going to do is we're actually going to click report instead. He didn't answer me. I'm butthurt. Let's report him. Don't do that. But I'm just saying to show you the menus, that's what it is. We've got the events. This is all in development right now, our esports portal. I'm going to be showing it in another video, so don't you worry. We've got our story mode. So the story mode shows the different parts of the book that are coming out. You can watch the trailer for the story mode. There's official trailers. You can set reminders, have ratings for the book, go through the chapters, pick a chapter, hit continue reading, jump to the book, have notifications of when the new releases are coming. This is our story mode. It's a big piece of our software, and this is the story mode, and this is how you get there. Remember, when you hit story mode, you'll notice in the back half of your screen here, in this stuff that's here, let me just maybe kill my camera for a second for this. You can see you have candles here because that's your chart. If you click story mode, you can see we're actually in the story mode in the background. So we've actually dynamically changed over into the story mode by clicking that. And if you catch one of these white boxes hovering over this, actually shows that screen, because these little white boxes are meant to be little code pieces that show when something is highlighted. And then we can go over to skill tree, and then we see the same thing with skill tree. It's a way to see the entire skill tree. You click skill tree, and then you'd hit escape and you'd be in skill tree. And this just gives you your 7-day streak, how many you've completed, what you've watched, your technical analysis lessons, your mental analysis that shows you which one is your weakest. It showed you the lessons that just dropped, what's coming soon, and you have access to the Commander AI bot about everything that you need to see. This is our skill tree AI bot that helps people learn how to day trade. So you can ask it here, what about hold levels? I seem to have had trouble in my last match with hold levels. Can you tell me what I could have done better? And it can give you lessons. It can give you advice. You can vote up the answer. You can request it to shorten the answer. You can request it to elaborate the answer. Every question costs 1 raid. 1 raid is 10 cents. So it's nothing groundbreaking, but we do have to charge for the data because it does cost us money. Explain support and resistance, whatever you want. This is all backed up by our entire skill tree and our entire system. You also have leaderboards. Now there's a whole entire leaderboard screen, and we're going to go through each one of these in great depth. This is just the menu system and how you can access them quickly. And then you have the whole thing here. You have another big, massive build out when it comes to the leaderboards, and you can see where you rank, what season it is, when the season ends, your standings, your MMR, your friends, you versus your friends, your MMR, the average of them all combined. You can see exactly where you rank against them. And then you have tutorials, and tutorials is another huge part of the software that we've completely redone to show exactly how you can use all the systems in game. And this just allows you to open the full tutorial page, click any one of those. You can just go through these on your little side panel here, and it's going to show you exactly a quick little explanation of it, but then you can go into the interactive tutorial center to see more information about any one of these, right? So that's great there. And then these panels down here, these get into the, I guess I would just call them, like, these are all full screen panels, all these 5. So they bring up full screen experiences when you hit escape. These are just settings. So if we were on charts and we clicked this, we would still be on charts, by the way. So you've got your character panel here. So you have equipment items, appearance items. If you want to change things, you can equip this. You notice down there our avatar change. Let's change it to the pharmacist here. We can go there. We've changed our avatar to the pharmacist. You've got backgrounds. You can change those. Banners, borders, icons, etc. You can just change everything in your software as you see fit, right? And then so you can also change your class here, which gives you your class notation there. It affects your bonuses and attributes. And then you have a whole bunch of panels here too. Let's go back to equipment items. Let's stay on attributes. Let's go and equip a different lens here. And as we equip this, you're going to see that changes, and you now have a different set of bonuses here. If I go here, you're going to see that bonus there changed due to us actually changing our equipment piece. And you can go and change your position, and that's yellow here, and that's why this one's yellow here, because it's tied to that bonus. You also have your match history here, which you can just click details on, and it'll tell you exactly what happened in that match, right? You have statistics, so your match statistics and your event statistics, because those are 2 completely separate things. And then you have your ranks, your match ranks, which you have your solo ranks, your duo ranks, and your squad ranks. And you'll notice these are green because it ties back to the green match queue page, and this one over here is blue. So you'll notice that the ranks and the events are in blue because your events are blue as to where your matches are green, right? So that's like a whole entire, there's many nested menus in here and lots of customization you could do. Yeah, it's quite an elaborate system here. We're just going leave it at that. And then the dots by that is the level that your equipment piece is at. You got your whole entire shop here. So this is like your e-commerce shop, name change, equipment, being able to buy items, tickets, item upgrades. You can go and upgrade your items if you'd like. Go through all that, go check out, confirm purchase. Cool. Yeah, purchase is done. You're all upgraded and you got whatever you needed. You have your whole entire friends list here. You've got your friends list over here. So you can do everything from send them a message to removing them as a friend to, what is this one? Block user, invite this person to party. Anybody who's not on your friends list, you're going to notice is coming up as grayed out, and you would have to actually request them as a friend. So add friend, I have everything set to auto accept. I was like, no, add everybody. You know what? Everybody on the server is my friend. They're all my friends. Let's take that off. Let's make this and this person a favored. Let's only show favored and then sort them by level. So you have a lot of flexibility here of how you want to interact, and every single person you click who is on your list here, or no matter what, you are seeing their entire friend feed, everything from their MMR, their level when they were last online, their match history, and their user feed, what they've unblocked, where they won matches, all just like a really great build out of a system that allows you to see where everybody is. And the great thing is, if they're not your friend, it just simply says profile locked, because you don't necessarily want people to see your profile. So you have that option to just leave your profile locked and you don't get to see that information from them. You have a performance panel here, which shows your overall all-time stats. And because you can earn real money in chart raters, you get all your taxation forms, your 1099s, your WH, your W9s, depending on where you're from. You can have that sent to you. It's set to your email. And then same with your whatever taxation forms you need. And then here, you can also have any matches that you won that you haven't claimed your prizes yet, because you just have to click claim button. And this will bring us to the end of the match screen, which is cool, because we're going to actually look at that here after we do our settings. We're going to come back to this momentarily after we're done our first explanation here, then we'll come back. And so you can see your 24-hour history, what it has, your 7-day, your 30-day, year-to-date, 1 year, all time. And you can see exactly date tied and all the information, your purchase history, everything here. So it's really built out very well to show absolutely everything that you would need. And you can go to settings here and you have just all your different interface settings, and that's fine. Your privacy policies, game of skill, terms of service, refund policies, end user agreements, all that great stuff, and all your different controls and how you can change things there too, right? So we're going to go back to performance. Now we're going to see what the end of a match screen looks like, because we're going to see that we have one prize that we can claim because we won a match, but we didn't actually withdraw that money yet. So we're going to hit claim prizes, and it's going to bring us into our entire match history and everything that we had here. So obviously we didn't rank in any one of these. I just have it set to say what the ticket cost is, and there was no money to be made in here. That, or the user has already claimed their prize. In this scenario, this user has already claimed all their prizes. They made no money. We just have it in debug mode to show the first couple screens there as just no prize. And this one is if you don't have any prizes that you've claimed. So for example, if you forgot that you won a match because maybe, I don't know, maybe your internet went out, or I don't know, maybe you had to leave for an emergency or something, you never finished the match, you completely forgot about it. After 30 days, that money gets automatically sent to the account that you sent it from. So even if you don't claim your prize money because you forgot, we are not holding that money. We are automatically transferring it back to the user after 30 days. And some people like to have the ability to wait to claim the money for whatever reason. So we're going to go and we're going to simulate what that looks like. So when we hit details here, we'll go to the end of the match screen. So once you finish your match, this is the screen you're shown. You're shown how you placed in that match, the amount of XP you earned for your profile, how much it cost, what type of match it was, your ticket, your balance, and you can click on anybody in the lobby and see their exact results. What you can't see is their balance. So I'm on myself right now. I can see my balance. That's fair. I might want to see my balance. If I click this person, we don't actually get to see any of their personal private account information. XP and rewards are private to each account, and it just says the ticket price, as we all know how much we entered the same match for, right? And then if we go back to our profile, that information is filled back in, and we can simply just claim our money, and it just goes back to the wallet that we sent the ticket from. So we can just click that button and it claimed our prize money, and that's it. It's as simple as that. And you can see what your MMR was before you started the match, after the match was ended, what it was, and the amount of MMR you gained. You can see how much MMR you got for your base placement, the match size, the total net MMR, and your statistics down here for match performance, how many action bars you filled in the match, which is against your average. You're usually getting 2.6 and you're down 0.6 this match. Your multiplier in this match was down 0.5 and your trait stats was 19 wins, 9 losses for 28 total. And this is a really good way to see what that match statistic looks like, right? And so that is everything with our entire system for chart raters, the entire build out of the settings menu, and we'll see you on the next one where I'll go deeper and explore maybe the esports panel or maybe story mode or maybe the leaderboards. See you on the next one.